Hi, my name is Jeremy Haskell, and this is your Maine Jobs Report for April 2012 from jobsinme.com, how Maine gets to work. Hard to believe it's already April, but after a relatively mild winter, spring is certainly in the air. We're hearing lots of positive news about the national economy, and we're seeing signs of improvement here locally as well. While there are certainly challenges ahead, the first quarter of 2012 shows we're moving in the right direction. There are many areas that point to an improving economic landscape. The Conference Board Review puts out the HWOL, or Help Wanted Online Advertising Report, each month. And according to that report, they added jobs in each of the first 3 months of 2012. In our first chart, we see that the number of employers actively posting open positions has been on a steady increase since the beginning of the year. While we were just under 600 active companies on January 1st, that number has jumped to just under 700 organizations advertising in the first quarter. These numbers are encouraging and represent the most employer activity in just over 2 years. It's great to see such positive signs as we move into one of Maine's most important economic seasons. Looking at our second chart, the positive news continues. While we started the year in January with just under 5,800 opportunities, by the end of March that number had jumped to 6,900, which is an increase of nearly 18%. Another important indicator is to look at the breakdown with the types of opportunities that are available. There's been a lot of talk in the national media about the unemployment rate, and particularly as it relates to the underemployed. The underemployed are defined as those individuals who are looking for full-time work but have only been able to find part-time opportunities. In our third chart, we take a look at the breakdown of contract or per diem positions, part-time jobs, and full-time opportunities by month in the first quarter of the year. While there was a less than significant dip in February, the March numbers proved that the number of opportunities across all three job types increased in Q1, with the most significant growth being among full-time opportunities. It's important to remember that we're in the midst of a substantial shift in terms of the types of job categories that are most popular across the state. While New England has mostly traditional economies tied to the seasonal business cycles, we have seen some significant changes over the past 4 to 5 years. Moving on to top categories, 2012 kicked off with strong growth across the most popular industries in the first quarter. Healthcare continues to be the top category on jobsinme.com, followed by strong growth in administrative positions. Customer service, finance, and sales and marketing round out the top 5, showing a positive growth trend as we move into the second quarter. Of particular note is a strong increase in manufacturing positions. Manufacturing has been fighting hard here in New England, particularly in the areas of science, technology, and engineering. This is great news for the local economy as our job market continues to evolve. Taking a final look at the total activity on jobsinme.com, we see that the typical patterns continue. The new year started off with a high amount of traffic, only to dial back slightly as we moved through the dark days of February. Things began to pick up steam again in March. All in all, the numbers show we're moving in the right direction to start off 2012. With this being an election year, we expect lots of activity both on the national and local levels. As we close out the first quarter and move from mud season into the spring, we expect activity levels to remain high before slowing down a bit in the dog days of summer. And that wraps up the jobs report for April 2012. I'm Jeremy Haskell. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, while we make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give.